5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
What's up? What's up?
What's poppin', man? We back, man. It's been a little minute. We had to.
Wow, bro.
We had to get out of the Faneet. You feel me? We had to leave that Faneet alone.
On God, real red. Had to replenish with some good old coconut water. You know how we bumming with that harmless on deck.
Regular shit, man. But
Glad to be back.
Glad to be back, man. Welcome to the first episode of the Raw podcast, or we may change it later.
We'll see.
Who knows? We gotta see how we feel with it, man. But I'm the co-host Eazymelow.
And I'm Swank. I thought she was gonna give me a little tidbit. Yeah, I mean, but
no
yeah.
tidbit, man. Not today, man. It's just Easy and Swank, man. That's how we bumming, man. We just wanted to get back in front of y'all for a minute, man, and just really vibe and rap out and really just bring the new year in. Got the new energy. Happy 2025, man.
Yeah, man. It's time to turn up on these niggas, bro. It's been a while. We've been working through our own vices, and we finally back, bro. So I'm happy.
On God, man. But what's been up with you, bro? How's life been, man? Like we've been going for a while, so I feel like we gotta give everybody a little, you know what I mean? Like
updates. Okay.
What's new in your life, man? What's going on?
I didn't go to the military, bro. I never left. I didn't go to the military. Some Faneets with that, but we ain't even gonna get too in depth with that. But basically, I'm here for the squad, bro. I gotta be here for my baby girl. I'm here for the gang, and we on this mission now, bro. And I understand it now.
I understand it now. You understand it now. Man.
I get it, bro. It's just about this consistency, bro, and locking the fuck in. But give them the update on you. It's just more.
Same shit, bro. I feel like 2024, man, and even 2023, like these were some real trying years, bro. I feel like I had to fight through a lot of shit. And a lot of it be ourselves. Because at the end of the day, you are your own biggest obstacle. You feel me? Like if you're not right within yourself, it's gonna be too easy for something on the outside to fucking move you off your path or for you to get distracted. You feel me? So I feel like, bro, I just really been tapping in, getting rid of these vices, and I don't know, bro. That shit give me a different level of clarity. Like I'm ready to I'm ready to eat out this joint.
Yeah,
like a nigga hungry, like
bro,
ribs touching. It's like, we had some, we blessed to have, people around us that's doing great things. And it's like, I'm finally at a point where I'm just ready to stop sleeping on myself. You know what I mean? Because it's like, it's one thing when you dope and you dope, but when you not really applying it, and then people see you dope. Like I feel like we got like a certain type of light, a certain type of energy. And it's like everywhere I go, man, I'm reminded of it every day. Yeah. And I'm finally at a point in my life where it's like, bro, I'm ready to stop dimming it. Like, what am I dimming it for? I'm dimming it so things could be a little easier, so I can get fried a little longer, so I can, be a little bit more comfortable. And it's like, nah, bro. To get where we trying to go, you can't be in your comfort zone all the time. So
not at all.
Just really, that's where I'm at with it, bro. I'm ready to attack the world on some pinky in the brain shit.
Pinky in the brain, bro. We about to take this shit over.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? It took that clarity, getting rid of the vices, but also it was the mental strain of the doubt. You know what I mean?
What you mean? Elaborate on it.
So basically, like not knowing if we had it, we had something, but not knowing what it was. You know what I mean? And how to really apply it.
Right.
We talented. We were musicians. We're artists. Right. But it's about like how we apply ourselves in this industry. Having all these resources, these connections, these people, but not knowing really how to apply myself and work with these people in the right ways. And that's what I think 2023 and 24 was for us, to just like sit back and look at ourselves, reflect.
That's facts.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I feel like for me, bro, like these last year or two, bro, it's been like, I don't know, it's been just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. But I feel like now I'm not really, like I'm over that. I'm more so like, no, I'm going to plot out some things. Then once it's fully plotted out, then I'm going to take the sniper out, line him up, do the little, put it in the air, you know what I mean? Oh, bet the wind direction is coming this way. Now we taking the shot, you know what I mean? And I feel like there's nothing wrong too with throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks too. Because for me, and for those who don't know, in the beginning of 2024, I started this segment called Mellow Mondays. And it was literally just me challenging myself to drop a new song and a new piece of content every week for as long as I could do it for.
Yeah.
And I got to about like 14 weeks. And after I got to the 14 weeks, I'm like, yo, that was cool. I gained a lot of new fans. A lot of people's fucking with me. Every time I went outside, like, yo, bro, I see you doing. Like, I got the juice. But, to get the sauce, the sauce is when you retain all that juice.
That part.
The sauce is like long standing, it's longevity. So I learned a lot from doing it. But this year for 2025, bro, I'm really ready to retain all these fans. I'm ready to receive the energy that people giving and just give them something that they can really live with. You know what I mean?
No, that's real, bro. And I think it takes that peeling back of a layer to understand yourself.
Yeah.
Having that awareness. And that awareness is consciousness. You know what I mean? So with that consciousness now, it's like, I'm not willing to dim the light or lose that consciousness again.
Right.
To go back into that field where, I'm not saying throwing shit at the wall is bad, but it's a lot of expended energy.
Right.
When you don't plan something, believe in it, and then execute it. And I think that's the space we're in now, where it's like, it doesn't matter what it is, bro. We say we want to go to Germany, passport bought, you feel me?
Right.
Tickets, line that up. All right,
Right.
bet, performance is here. You know what I mean? And that's the type of energy not everyone can be on, but I'm glad and blessed to have, certain people around me like you. You know what I mean?
Right, bro.
And certain mentors to push us to that level now. But one of the first things I want to talk about that, we haven't really talked about in a while is just some of these topics about music. And right now, conscious music is on a rise. And there's certain leaders in that game as far as like conscious music. And I want to know like your take on like 2 or 3 different artists who are leading the culture in that conscious music.
Well, man, we can't even talk about this without talking about King K-Dot, man.
Yeah, that's
like
facts.
King K-Dot, bro. Kendrick, he's had a run this year that hasn't really been done in hip hop.
True shit.
Like I was rapping with shout out to our boy Free Soul. I was rapping with him the other day, and it was like, bro, like Kendrick has had a run this year that's never been done, like ever. No one's ever responded as fast as he did with the diss songs.
Yeah.
No one's ever surprised people in the same way. Like if you a Kendrick fan, 2024 fed you good.
Hell yeah.
But even just beyond the music, like if we taking them layers back, the whole beef, whatever, it's not about that, but it's more so about, it was kind of like a yin and a yang type of situation that kind of made it a little deeper, and Kendrick, he's all about like peeling back the layers.
Yeah.
And he's gotten to a point now where he's like just so good at rapping, storytelling, that it's like, he doesn't even try to be conscious. It's in who he is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some people try to put the hat on of, I'm gonna make conscious music and do like, he moves just in that way. And even with his project, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, like therapy, diving deeper into the concept of like, yo, these are some things that me and my wife went through. It wasn't all unicorns and rainbows.
Give him a song. If you guys didn't hear Mr. Morale, definitely tap in. But give him a song that you really resonated with. I could definitely say Mama, I'm Sober was probably the one out of that entire tape that like, I ain't gonna say, I was just sitting on the edge of my bed thinking and crying and sweating, but it was
Right.
It was one of those moments where you realize him as the leader of this conscious rap and not being afraid to talk about these certain parts in his life or even people in his life and peeling back those layers, it's another level of vulnerability, bro. And that for me helped me realize like, bro, he's blazing a path.
Mm-hmm.
And for us, I'm not going to say we K-Dot babies, but we grew up on K-Dot, bro.
100%,
we
bro.
Grew up on that nigga,
I
bro.
love K-Dot, bro. I ain't even going front. Like,
yeah, bro. So for him to be where he is now and to have the space of music be so, I ain't even gonna say conscious, but like I said, like you said it too, the yin and yang. With that whole battle, we had one of the biggest artists in the world who makes hits, and just is undeniable with those hits, go against someone who doesn't just make hits, but also can make hits, but also can talk to you like a real nigga. And that for me was like, bro, just be yourself. We could storytell all day. We could talk about whatever all day, but what about you? You know what I mean? And that's what I realized we love about K-Dot. We love about conscious music to begin with, because if you're vulnerable, you're aware, that opens you up for us to learn who you are.
100.
You know what I mean? And I'm appreciative. I was well fed 2024, bro. Well fed for sure.
Straight up, bro. And for me, I had to dip back real quick. One of my favorite songs off the project, bro, is just Count Me Out. Like, I love when you just even like how he's talking, like just how he comes into the intro, bro. Like how he's just, the lyrics are losing me right now because it's been a very long day.
Listen.
But just in general, bro, like on Count Me Out, just how he's talking, even the video, like he's just sitting there like with the therapist. It's just, I don't know. It resonated with me the most out of all them Jones because it's like he's really peeling back his skin and being like, bro, I bleed too.
Yeah.
And it's okay that I bleed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of these artists, they afraid to bleed. They afraid to wear their heart on their sleeve because of the perception of men being vulnerable. And I feel like some aspects of the culture, it kind of demonizes men being vulnerable. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's starting to shift because of artists like K-Dot and because of people like that. But, for the longest, that wasn't really a cool thing. Like, and it's like, bro, like it's okay if you a man, like it's okay for you to cry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a difference between being emotional and, you always in that energy, you reveling in it, you crying all the time. But as a man, bro, it's like, yeah, bro, we go through shit too. And there's nothing wrong with that as long as you're willing to, you got to get it out, cool. But then you stand on your 10 toes and you handle business.
I'm gonna say this too. And that's one thing I learned from that album too, but you sometimes got to break down to break through. And I think that is something that we experienced full-fledged, bro, is realizing with certain vices that'll suppress emotions, suppress situations that you need to deal with. But then when you hit with that sobriety and that realization of this is my life, you got to take ownership and be responsible as a man, woman, whatever, your preference or your pronoun, and be able to stand on that and actually work towards the reality you want. So I'm gonna pull up a blurb from what Tyler said. He says some people make numbing cream and some people actually make the medicine. And that shit hit me so hard, bro, because I was like, damn, there's a lot of numbing music out here, bro.
Too much.
It's a lot of that versus the actual medicine in the music. So I definitely want to shout out, we said Free, but I'm going to shout out Neptune too. She's working on this album called Medicine Music. Yep. She's getting a lot of people together in the just our community.
Yep.
And that same frequency is very high. And I'm definitely going, I got to give her flowers. She definitely doing her damn thing.
No, for real, bro. And it's just like I said, I'm loving it. Like I'm loving that we're at a point now, man, where like rap and substance is back in. Yeah. It never really went anywhere. Like I was rapping with shout out to Chill Moody. I was rapping with Chill Moody earlier, and Chill Moody was like, man, he was like, it's all a cycle. He said he's been rapping since for as long as I can remember.
Yeah, bro.
And he was like, bro, it's a cycle. He's like, the people that do what we do, there's gonna be your time. And he's like, right now, K-Dot, he's on top. It's in the mainstream. It's right now is the time. And I feel like I think it's dope. Because we've had this numbing era for a while.
It's been forever, bro.
It's been for a while, bro.
It's been a long ass time.
You know what I mean? It's been a long ass time. So the fact that, we're getting to a point where substance and material is really a thing, man. Like, I feel like artists like us, if you haven't heard my music or, Swank music, like, we bringing you that. Our goal is to bring you the healing. You know what I mean? We're not perfect. We might have a little numbing cream.
Yeah.
But I'm never going to give you 15 tracks of numbing.
But see, that's the cool thing with hip hop too, right? It started off as storytelling, and then different paths veered off, different channels of that storytelling, happen. And don't get it wrong, there's nothing wrong with storytelling. There's nothing wrong with if you make numbing music or whatever you want to make, like that's fine,
right?
But also having that understanding that there is layers of yourself that you could give up, and people will actually gravitate towards that, bro. Like,
facts.
I feel connected to a K-Dot.
Yeah.
Versus, it's a lot of run-of-the-mill rappers and artists who, come and go. But it's like, your songs won't stick with me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I don't want to live with them.
Right.
And for me, man, Good Kid, Mad City, that was the first hip-hop album that stood with me at a point where it made me want to change who I am for the better. Like, I never forget, this gotta be like 2012. I remember I used to work at King of Prussia Mall. Shout out to KOP.
We all did, bro.
Nut ass KOP hopping on that 123.
God damn.
You know what I mean? Getting to the joint, like, hey, bro, I ain't got that zone fare, bro. You want to just, it is what it is, bro. That shit chuck. But I never forget, bro. Around the time that project came out, I was listening to Good Kid, Mad City on my way to work and on my way home. And that bus ride was just long enough for me to listen to the whole joint. And after a week of sitting with it, bro, I don't know. Like one day, bro, I low-key, I got brought to tears, man. Like, Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst.
Yeah.
Like, it just made me think about my grandma. It made me think about my family. And at that time, I was like, it brought me to tears because it was like, damn, like, I got to do better. that was the first album. I've heard plenty of albums, bro. None of them made me feel like I gotta do better. Some albums I heard, yo, phenomenal storytelling, bro. Some albums, yo, this dude's a great rapper. He a lyricist. But that joint really made me feel like, no, I gotta do better. Yeah. You know what I mean? I gotta get my life together. I stopped smoking weed for like 3 weeks because that album really made me like, no, bro, I'm doing too much. And I say all that to say, I feel like I'm looking for music that's gonna do that.
Yeah.
And I'm looking to make music that can do that for people as well. You know what I mean? We can have fun too. Like, it doesn't have to always be super conscious, and yeah, like, we can have fun. Like, we got a couple of tracks in the cut that's come out the summertime that y'all can get down to. But it's about an equation. And I feel like if I give you 80% healing music, shit you can have a utility to, yeah, bro, you could take the 20%. We're gonna get lit, we turn up, because we have fun too.
Oh, and we're gonna weave in the knowledge even in those.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It might still be turned. We might be, but it's definitely gonna be some keys to life within those. And if y'all really bang with just conscious music to begin with and storytelling, we're gonna bring that to y'all, but also understand that we're gonna come full-fledged ourselves, bro.
Yep.
Completely who we are. And I think that's where I'm most proud of you and myself, to be able to peel back them layers and say, no, let's stop that. Let's put that down. Let's just focus, bro. Right. And lock the fuck in. So, yeah, bro.
Real shit. And I'm proud of you, my nigga.
Likewise, bro.
I'm proud of you, my nigga. Like, that is, bro. I'm proud of you, my nigga. Like, it's like, to really face your demons and to do the inner work, bro, it's hard, bro. It's not easy. You know what I mean? That's why it's sometimes easier to stay in your comfort zone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, for me, the beginning of the year, I had the beginning of 2025, we started this pack. We're like, bro, we're going to put some gas down for a minute. And for me, because of how I utilized it in the past, those first 2-3 weeks was rough. Sleep schedule messed up.
Yeah. Eating different.
Eating messed up. Yeah. Mental clarity just not there. And I can see how some people might get through those first couple of days, be like, you know what, bro? I'm about to call the plug, bro. I'm about to just go back into the cycle.
Well, dive deeper into that. Like, what helped you? Give them like 2 or 3 tips, and I'll give them like 2 or 3 tips that helped you push through.
Okay. So the biggest thing with any detox of any kind, whether it be food, whether it be vices, people, whatever, is your why. Your why has to be the thing that's driving you, because when you get to that point of being close to that edge of folding or going back to that relationship, going back to that vice or going back to that group of people or what have you, your why will stop you. Because if you don't have that why, I mean, what's another joint?
Right.
Man, I mean, me and Shorty been arguing for weeks, but I might as well have her slide.
Right.
You know what I mean? Man, we fell out, man. They stole some shit from me. They did whatever to me, but I mean, those are the only dudes I know. Like, who else? You know what I mean? Like, your why will stop you. Yo, I got to get to this place and I got to get to here. And that why will stop you and say, yo, you can't hang out in the spot. You got to be up at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
You can't get fried. You got to be on point because you got this to take care of.
Thanks.
So for me, that why is like the biggest thing. And then I guess after the why, bro, is really just your intention. Like, once you realize, because I feel like once you get into a certain zone of, I don't know what to say, like intoxication or whatever you call it, it's easy for your brain to trick you into not being able to see past this current state of intoxication.
Yeah. You
can't see what being sober looks like or feel it because you've been feeling like this for so long.
Yeah.
So when you take that leap of faith to be like, yo, my why is pushing me, and then you get like a weekend, a 2 weekend, you fight through it, you'll start getting a different level of clarity that for me is worth it. It's like, bro, I don't want to go back to feeling how I felt because I'm on a whole different level. You know what I mean?
That's facts. That's heavy, bro. Because when you told me that why is what I wrote down. Like, you told me, figure out all the different reasons on why you don't want to do this and all the reasons why you want to push past it. And heavy enough, bro, it wore heavy on my chest because it was like some of these whys were the reason why I was Faneeting. So it was a change in the way I was even looking at my why. You know what I mean? And if we're gonna be personal, some issues, family stuff, and then realizing, man, I'm smoking because I'm going through family stuff versus, bro, I should just cut all that out and reach these pinnacles of success for my family. And realizing that there's not a lot of people, around me or my family or friends who are really taking that step. it was like, who else gonna do it? That's on my board too. It was like, if not you, who else?
Right.
Ain't nobody gonna save you. So
that's facts.
That's what put the biggest battery in my back. And then also understanding that for years that I was living under this fog, this lack of clarity by being able to suppress these emotions, but not really being able to see the vision and the clarity, the clairvoyance to say, no, this is what I want, and then stay consistent. So, excuse me. I guess the biggest tip for me is just realizing your why, right? And then also understanding what charges that why. What is going to get you up to continue going towards that. And for me, it's my support system. People like you, mentors like Saladin, your mentor like Chuck Styles. These people who have reached these levels of success, they'll tell you these stories, and every part of their story has this turning point. And in that turning point, they put down everything that gave them comfort to grow. And that's where I'm at right now, man, where I was able to put away certain things, lustful vices with, women, certain vices when it came down to, inhabitants like smoking or drinking. I had to realize that was holding me back. I was living at a lower level of myself, a lower frequency of myself. So to raise that vibration, it took some pain, bro. It took them sleepless nights. It took a couple meals where I was like, damn, I don't even want to eat this, but you know what I mean? Let's get on this plate.
Right.
And now, you know what, I'm 2-3 weeks into a detox, but I don't even want to call that a detox, bro. This is sobriety to find a higher me.
Facts, bro. It's facts.
That's a journey. You know what I mean?
It's a journey within self. And I remember I sent you the video last week, and this is dude that goes around, he's going viral on like TikTok. He goes around and asks people like, what's the hardest substance you ever dealt? And what was the experience?
What shorty say?
And he went to the shorty and she was like, oh man, sobriety. Yeah, nothing's harder than the cold truth of reality. And I saw that video like when I first started the detox or whatever. Then after like a week or two in, I went back to that joint and I'm like, yo.
Shorty was spitting.
Shorty
was spitting.
Shorty was right on point because, for me, with cannabis, weed, what it did for me is like, it got me to a point where it was like, I might be in that zone so much that zone is the normal. And then being out of that zone and being sober, quote unquote, is like being high in a way. And I got to a point where I was like, that's scary. And I was like, why? And I realized there wasn't really no reason. Like everybody has a need. Most people have a utility for certain things and vices. And for me, I had to realize like, yo, I have no utility for this.
Yeah.
I don't have anxiety. I don't have anger issues. When I'm not, messing with it, I don't have any problems sleeping. So it just realized like, yo, I'm bringing all of the negativity onto myself.
Right.
And this is kind of goes back to what we were saying before. Like, you are your own worst enemy.
You can be, for sure.
You can be. You feel me? It's like if you're in that lower frequency, it's that much easier for anything negative to hit you and knock you off your square. Whereas when you up, you living in your purpose, you living in your why, have your why things charging you up, that negative shit will come. It's like, bro, get that off my shoulder. Get that dirt off my shoulder, bro. Like we got something to do. Like we trying to accomplish something. You feel me? So
yeah,
I would just tell everybody, man, just you gotta analyze yourself. And if you're not where you want to be, I would sit down, and sometimes it's removing things. Sometimes it's not adding anything. It's subtracting. Get this, like we said earlier, get this person or thing away from me, and then see how your life will flourish. Because I'm telling you, like, we really got we all got a light. And it's like, we dim it every day. And, Philly, there's like a fog over the city in a bit, to where as though the ones that figure it out, they reach the heights.
They break through. We
have some of the most talented people in the world in Philly, but we also have some of the wildest, lowest frequency in Philly as well.
Yeah.
It can go from you performing and being at the top tier and being an artist and touring the world to you being at K&A, strung out.
Yeah.
And these are the highs and lows that, we got to fight through.
So let's run back those practical tips for transitioning into those healthier lifestyles. So finding your why.
Yep.
Building a support system.
Yep.
Right. Having an accountability partner. I think that's really what did it for us.
That's did it, bro. I can't. You mean like this brother right here, bro? Like you definitely my accountability partner, bro.
Oh,
I feel like I'm going through a Faneet or some type of shit, bro, I hit this nigga Swank like, yo, bro, I'm trying not to crash out. I'm trying not to crash out, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, what's going on? And you know, like, we can't do the journey alone.
Right.
Despite what people have put the persona on for us to believe, you can't do it alone.
Yeah.
It takes a team. Like, it takes a village. It takes more than just you to get this shit done. You know what I mean? So I would encourage everybody to build your team up, man. Build your support system, build your team, and find your why. Just doing those. Getting a support system, finding your why, having an accountability partner, and subtracting things.
Yeah.
Those 4 alone, none of that costs money.
Really don't.
Doesn't cost money.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's just looking inward. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. And I'm honestly proud of both of us, but also proud of the people around us for keeping us going. You know what I mean? And I'm looking forward to building what we're building with the people we're building with, because at the end of the day, everyone who's around us right now is going to be at that round table at the end.
Yep.
And I want to see everybody fed, bro. And that's really why I'm pushing so hard on your ass, on my ass, on everybody around me, because it's like, we deserve it.
Right.
We deserve it, bro. Oh,
Deserve
God.
it.
And I was tired of telling myself no. You know, last little tidbit I'm going to talk about was just the psychology of your mindset when you're in that low frequency. You will doubt yourself or tell yourself no before you even get a no.
That's facts.
And I realized that was embedded in me as a kid, because my dad would always say, you know, hope for the best, but expect the worst. And I would live by that. You know what I mean? And now it's, no, bro. Hope for the best, expect the best.
Right.
Like, expect everything to go right.
Right.
Like, how would it look if everything went right in our career, bro? And that's raises my vibration, my frequency, but it also keeps me going.
Right.
By thinking in that way. So I definitely would say reprogramming your mind to the point where you can say, yes, this is what I want, and yes, I can attain it. Yes, the people around me can attain it, and they're going to help build and strengthen it. And yeah, bro, you're going to see so much fruit bear.
Yep.
For real, for real.
With that being said, man, we want y'all to really stay tuned. Like, 2025, like, word to my mother. You know what I'm saying? Word to my mother. Like,
oh, God.
I'm the most focused I've ever been. If you thought, damn, Easy snapping, you ain't seen nothing yet, bro.
Wait till y'all see this shit.
Wait till y'all see this, man. But yeah, man, it's the first episode of the Raw Podcast, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in, man, locking in, man. Make sure you follow me online at Eazymelow. I'm gonna have that joint at the bottom in some cool fashion, man.
You can follow me at Swvnk or mf.swinky, mfw. Oh, I'm messing it all up. mf.swvnky.
We gonna put it at the joint.
It'll be right there.
Little joint right there. You know what I mean?
But appreciate y'all for tuning in. Until next time, man. Stay dangerous.
You know what I'm saying?
You wanna hold this, sit so closely to these moments.